Well, good morning.
I don't know about you, but I feel a bit nervous.
You feel nervous?
This is our, what's it called?
An iPod? No.
No, it's not an iPod. It's iPad, is it? No.
Podcast.
See, we're forgetting our...
Ah, no.
It's a proper care home conversation, this, wasn't it?
Ah, yes. Well, anyway, good morning, everybody. Well, it's good morning to us because it is morning, but you might be listening to this when it's not morning. So don't think it is morning if it is actually evening.
It's all right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is morning, isn't it? You're just getting me confused now. It's not the night time. It's pretty cold today as well.
It is, yeah.
Got a jumper on. Anyway, this is our first, and probably our last podcast. So we're just trying things out. We've actually done a rehearsal, so you'll probably be able to tell. But yeah,
it's good, isn't it? Yeah,
you can tell these guys have rehearsed.
And we've got, basically speaking, we're going to sing a couple of songs live. We've got a couple of requests this week, and they'll be played. I'm nervous as well. Yeah,
it's nice to think that somebody's listening to the music.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah,
thank you for all your indications that you are listening to the music. There's plenty of the thumbs up if they do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And little indication, well, some comments as well, saying how much they enjoyed the tunes. So, as Paul says, we've had a couple of requests, which I think we're going to include on there, are we?
Yes, we are. Yeah,
we're going to include on the podcast, and we're going to do a couple of live performances as well from recent live performances. We haven't played live for
2 weeks.
Well, it was a very long time before 2 weeks ago, and then we were kindly invited to play the Forge in the little theatre
in Bolton.
In Bolton. So that was very nice. I don't know, my legs. I haven't done that much standing up with the guitar for a long time.
No, I thought you did really well.
Well, my legs were trembling. I could feel them trembling. And I said to my wife afterwards, "Could you see my legs trembling?" She said, "No." Oh, that's all right.
It's that famous leg tremble that you think everybody can see, but actually they can't.
I'm glad you described it in the way in which you did.
Oh,
okay, dear. Right. Yeah. So we're going to
moving on
quickly. Yeah.
Moving on. Vince is going to introduce this song because, basically speaking, this is Vince's tune and words. Although he might want to say that there's an additional part of that. Is it a capo?
And I've confused him now because I've just put my capo on.
Right.
And when we were trying it out earlier, I didn't bother with a capo. So
we're bothering now.
We're going to bother now. See if I can actually reach the notes.
Okay. So if you want to introduce the number, I'll put my capo on.
This is called Carry Me Through. Or it could be called The Kindness of Strangers. I don't know what we're going to call it, but anyway, inspired by an article I read an article I read. So I just basically put the article to a tune. My favourite poet as well, John Burnside, yeah. So anyway, sorry John if you've heard this before, but it's been put to music. Oh, I was going to say, if you listen to this, don't tell him. Okay.
Yeah, okay, John. Shh.
So this is it. Carry Me Through. Out in the open on your own, irresponsibly free, got no money or gear and no fear. Suddenly, just like a pilgrim, someone has just fled their trap. Follow your nose in the road, there's no map. The kindness of strangers with no reason to care, carry me through. sitting cross-legged before me. A girl, well, she's all dressed in blue, just like the color of her eyes, so blue. You might know what I mean. She don't crack a smile, she just sheds her light. I was seeing the kindness of strangers with no reason to care. Carry me through. There's no meaningful looks, just a meaning in silence, sharing her drink and her food with no words. Take it, I have some more. When we are all ruled by greed, she just knew what I needed. Say no more. The kindness of strangers with no reason to care. Carry me through. Then there was me coming home. Boy, I was tired to the bone. I had not been put to test, I'd been blessed. The kindness of strangers with no reason to care. Carry me through. The kindness of strangers with no reason to care. Carry me through. Carry me through. Carry me through. Carry me through. You can tell there's a live performance.
Can you?
You could, yep. It was.
There was a lot of mistakes.
Well, there was certainly one on my behalf.
None on my
I heard
behalf.
several on your behalf, but you won't admit to them.
I would never admit them. I just look at somebody else and go,
That's it, yeah. And if you're in a live performance, you pretend it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Yes, and move on quickly.
Yes, 50 years of experience.
So certainly hope you didn't hear our deliberate mistakes. Yeah. Oh, hey, we've had a request from an Andrea Marsden from Rotterdam, internationally. And her request is for I Imagine Her With Me. This was written by my good self many years ago when I was in my romantic period. I actually take the lead vocal on this, so you can tell that it's really, really good. And the arrangement is by Paul, which again is really, really good. So without any more ado, we're going to play you I Imagine Her With Me.
Sitting by the firelight, shadows dancing in her eyes. I imagine her with me. The winter's locked outside and inside, summer in our hearts. I imagine her with me. Oh, how long must I wait until I see her face again? Small and young and heaven sent, an angel and a friend. Missing her is like a sweet despair. Dreaming of her touch when she's not there. Calling out her name just to drift in the air. fire's flames are in her eyes as I return her stare. I imagine her with me. The winter's locked outside and inside, summer in our hearts. I imagine her with me. Oh, how long must I wait until I see her face again? Small and young and heaven sent, an angel and a friend. Missing her is like a sweet despair. Dreaming of her touch when she's not there. Calling out her name just to drift in the air. Sitting by the firelight, shadows dancing in her eyes. I imagine her with me. I imagine her with me. I imagine her with me.
Yeah.
Well, we have had some very positive feedback about that song for a long time. Because I think it's one of the longest it's been up there, isn't it?
1967, I think. Oh, no, no.
Up on the site.
Oh, upon
We
SoundCloud.
had a
it's-
podcast in 1967, apparently.
we were well ahead of our
Well,
time.
indeed, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we've got the studio isn't soundproof. In fact, it's the garage, and basically speaking, the cuckoo clock's just gone off, and the window cleaner's arrived.
All right.
Yeah.
So
All right,
if you hear a swipe of the window, it's a live performance. Actually, if you take a photograph of this place, strategically place the photograph, it does look like a studio. I mean, all the kit's there, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just have your little head in the middle of it. It could pass. It could pass for something.
Yeah, it's
Like
my
a-
little head that I'm worried
Like a
about.
studio. It has got a little head, actually. Yeah. People don't often comment, but I'm rude.
Oh dear.
Hey. Anyway,
Should we do another? We'll do another one as live as we can be at our age.
we're going live, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is called Heart and Soul, and I think, historically speaking, Vincent wrote this, didn't he? Really?
I did. And it's based on, we have a photograph at home of the kids when they were very young, and occasionally I'll take a look at it and think, God, where did those years go? So
Yeah.
it's like chastening. And there is a picture of my better half on the wall somewhere. So yeah, again, this wee song is taken from everyday life or facts or something. Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah,
it's based on
It's a good reflection.
us. Yeah.
And it also it features Vincent playing a lead guitar piece at the beginning on a 12-string guitar with his capo on the 4th fret.
Yeah, thank you. So, no criticism, please.
Well, there's a picture hanging in my room that a friend of mine drew. It caught you just before you smiled, and your eyes tell it all. I got to say, my soul takes a leap. I got to say, my heart skips skips a beat. Well, there's a photo on my windowsill. Oh, we were so young. Time travels incredibly fast. Turn around and it's gone. I got to say, my soul takes a leap. I got to say, my heart skips a beat. My soul takes a leap. My heart skips a beat. My soul takes a leap. My heart skips a beat. Well, there are moments that you can't explain. When the clouds disappear, thing around you is suddenly bright, and you see everything clear. I've got to say, my soul takes a leap. I've got to say, my heart skips a beat. My soul takes a leap. My heart skips a beat. My soul takes a leap. My heart skips a beat.
Couldn't resist it, could you?
Sorry, Larry.
I was being disciplined.
You have
there.
been really disciplined, but I
I
don't
wanted
share
to
that.
give it a good thump, but anyway.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anyway,
That was very
thanks for
enjoyable.
taking away my thump.
Do you want a thump now?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thumps are equal.
Yeah, one thump all.
One thump Vincent. One thump all.
Hi, hello again, if anybody is still out there listening to our...
I'm out here.
Hello, Paul. At least Paul's listening anyway. This was supposed to be the first item, or the first request on our podcast, but it disappeared from the preparations that Paul had done. Isn't it great the way information technology is so good when it works? Anyway, you should have seen him talking about thumps. We ended on thumps last time. He was giving that computer some thumps trying to find this first request. It's a request from Dave Ringley from Audenshaw for, in my opinion, a very peculiar song that's taken off. People actually like this. It's called Pumpkinhead, and the words are actually by Paul's daughter, Hannah Frost, who incidentally got married at the weekend to Joe Hamer. Joe Hamer. Sorry, Joe. Joe Hamer. So congratulations to Joe and Hannah. I did see some photographs and they all looked very, very nice. Everybody. Paul was nearly there. But anyway, Paul looked very nice too. I think he had a new suit or something, but it looked
Blue.
blue, blue and new. Anyway, congratulations. And the music and performance of this song Pumpkinhead, is by Paul.
The day I buried the pumpkin alive, the carrots screamed and the moon did cry. The pumpkin was my mother's joy, the child she wanted, her little boy. Stared for days into his eyes and searched out ways for his demise. They said that I had lost my mind, not to seek help would be unkind. The day I buried the pumpkin alive, the carrots screamed and the moon did cry. The pumpkin was my mother's joy, the child she wanted, her little boy. They vowed to send me far away, When I was sane I could come back to stay. I knew the problem with my brain was the pumpkin boy, he was to blame. The day I buried the pumpkin alive, the carrots screamed and the moon did cry. The pumpkin was my mother's joy, the child she wanted, her little boy. So I took the shovel from the shed and buried that damn pumpkin head. Took the shovel from the shed and buried that poor pumpkin head.
Right, so that was Pumpkinhead, and written by Hannah Frost. Well, the words were written by Hannah Frost, and it's had 9,675 plays over the years it's been on SoundCloud, which is quite remarkable for something so odd. But at this time of the year, Halloween time, it often gets quite a few plays as being connected to Halloween.
Indeed, they're selling pumpkins. There doesn't
Indeed,
appear to be any
yes.
shortages of pumpkins anyway.
No, I see in one of the Tesco's that they've actually filled some of the shelves with pumpkins instead of cat food.
What a good idea.
You can't whack Tesco's for imagination, can
Could
you?
always fit a cat inside one, really. Couldn't you?
Oh, somebody at the door. Hang on a
Somebody
minute.
at the
Come
door.
in. Hello.
Hello. Oh, there is somebody at the door
Would you
too.
like a drink?
Yes, please. I'll have a coffee,
Coffee?
with one
Coffee?
sugar, please. White with one sugar.
Coffee, one sugar.
Pot of coffee white with one sugar.
So that's two
Yes.
coffees that are both white and have both got sugars. That's tough.
Is that okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, I didn't know we had waiter service, but it's
It'll do me, yeah.
yeah, it's better than
Keep it
waiting
going.
around.
Yeah, I've lost myself. Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right, okay.
So anyway, we hope you've enjoyed listening to our little meanderings and our songs, and do keep sending your requests in. It's a lovely part of what we do, and we'd love to keep playing them for you. So hopefully we'll come back in 1 or 2 weeks with our second podcast. But
if anybody has a listen and enjoys it, please, let us know. And,
yeah, that's
we can-
really what we'd like to know. And if you also haven't listened to the end because you don't like it, please let us know as well.
Yeah. And then, yeah, okay.
Because it won't probably make any difference. We'll probably do it anyway. But it would be nice to know that somebody didn't like it.
Anyway, we've enjoyed ourselves. We hope.
Absolutely, yeah.
Anyway, this next song was written by Paul with a very topical theme because it's called Refugee.
Yep.
And
We'd like to finish with it.
yeah, the song speaks for itself, I think.
2, 3, 4. There's a plume of smoke in the valley where the refugees have gone. There's a train escaping from a station. Perhaps it's the one they're on. There's a child without a mother, mother without a child. There are orphans in the morning in this land that's been defiled. And it seems to me the refugee, it could be me, it could be me, where we walk this earth, an accidental birth, so chained or free, it could be me. There are soldiers in
the ruins, confused and ill at ease. There are bodies on the wasteland. Will this violence ever cease? There's a child without a mother, mother without a child. There are orphans in the morning, in this land that's been defiled.
And it seems to me the refugee, it could be me, it could be me, where we walk this earth, an accidental birth, so chained or free. It could be me, and it seems to me the refugee, it could be me, it could be me, where we walk this earth, an accidental birth, so chained or free. It could be me.